Look at that video. Like, why would you do that with a sausage? Anyway, you know what? I had read something that people were actually terrified of phones, like when they first came out. Can you imagine nowadays?
Yeah, no kidding. That's a pretty stupid fear to have.
I guess there's a lot of unexplained fears, though. Like,
Yeah.
some people are actually afraid of Furbies, if you can believe. Like, why would you be afraid of these little things? They're so soft and cut. Are you okay, man? Okay. Is it noon? It's noon. I finally got to say it. Yeah.
Hey everybody, thanks for staying up till noon. My name is Ryan.
My name is Cory. That was fun. I got to say that finally. Like I said,
Say what? I don't know what happened. I kind of just blanked out
I
for like a
said-
good 15 seconds there.
I said, oh, it's noon. It feels weird, but I said it. Oh, yes.
Finally did it though.
Some people are thinking, what the F are they talking about? It's the first episode I ever watched of them.
Well, if this is the first episode, then you must have loved that intro.
And you got to go back and watch the rest and find out why we did that, hey?
Yeah, just come on. Buy a mug already.
Anyways,
Anyways,
mugs.
guys,
You
we're
and your
gonna-
mugs.
We're going to get right into it. This episode is
Weird fears people had of everyday things.
So yes, weird fears that people had of everyday things. We're going to get right into it. The first one being, of course, Furbies. I'm actually not scared of these things. Actually, I am pretty frightened of these things. Just look into your soul. Like, look at those eyes.
It talks to you
It
in your
talks to
sleep.
you when you're sleeping.
Yeah, there's things it says to you and you sleep.
So, Furbies are furry toys with large eyes and ears that repeat whatever someone says to them. Well, kind of, after they finish sneezing. They first appeared in the US in 1998 and were an instant hit. Furbies can only speak about 100 pre-programmed English words and cannot learn new words, although they have an artificial intelligence that helps them string their pre-programmed words to form sentences that they can hear. The National Security Agency, NSA, banned them from its Maryland office because they feared that they were being used to spy on the agency.
Little camera there.
Yeah,
Little camera
right
there.
in their head. They also feared that since Furbies repeated what they heard, that they could expose government secrets when their owners took them home by simply repeating what they had heard at work. There were also speculations that the toy had internal storage memories, which allowed them to record conversations. In fact, part of the memo specifically reminded that the NSA had a policy which forbade them from bringing anything capable of recording audio or video to work. Furbies.
And these are one of the first ones. Like now, there's a million of toys that little repeating birds and little cuckoo birds and stuff. But this is one of the first ones that just terrified people.
Yeah. Nevertheless, the simple fact is that Furbies merely repeat what they hear. Choking here, and cannot record anything either in audio or video. The NSA's fears were completely unnecessary. The NSA wasn't.
NSA.
You know what? The NSA wasn't the only entity with conspiracy theories about Furbies, though. Some people claimed that Furbies could launch space shuttles. And one woman swore that her Furby could sing Italian operas. Others claimed that the company making Furbies was working on ones that could drive.
I've heard a lot of crazy accusations about these little guys.
Yeah.
But one thing that they do is they do tell you to do bad things. They tell you to do bad things.
Tell you to
right?
kill. As you've seen in our
That's-
previous episode.
Well, let's put this little fluffy guy away. This one here, like in the cold intro, we mentioned telephones. When the phone was first invented in 1876, a lot of people feared that the telephone would break the home, discourage people from visiting their friends, and destroy moral values. Sounds like the internet,
Yeah, I
eh?
was gonna say.
The telephone came at a time when moral values were held in very high esteem, and there was very strict etiquette guiding its use. Answering or making phone calls while in bedclothes was taboo. Like, why?
Don't do it.
And sending invitations over the telephone was forbidden.
Don't do that either.
That's great. Like, it's so interesting to think back, eh? Like how times have changed.
Oh, yeah.
Aside from these unnecessary fears, there was also some real concerns about privacy, which there still is.
Yeah.
Before people began installing telephones in their houses, they had to go to a general store or other public places to use a public phone. This meant that passerbys could hear what they were saying.
Oh no.
Eavesdroppers.
Eavesdroppers, get the hell out.
Even when switchboards came along and more people installed telephones in their homes, privacy was still a big concern. The switchboard operators could listen to people's calls, and so could their neighbors, who often shared telephone lines with them. That I knew. I knew that there was sharing. Like, telephones were like in groups. Like if your phone rang in your house,
Yeah.
so did it rang in the last 5 houses of your neighbors, and you just had to answer, "Oh, hey, Jim, it's for you." Like,
Yeah,
like-
exactly.
but yeah, fear of telephones.
Fear of telephones. Yeah, that would be a really awful fear to have nowadays.
You know what? Teleport someone, like
Yeah.
do time travel. Someone, like I said in the intro there, take someone from the past that's like, had phones and like they're
Yeah.
convulsing over phones and drop them in front of us right now and say, here's
Their
this-
minds would blow up. I
Yeah.
think they would not be able to handle it too well. That leads us into our next one: automobiles. Saudi Arabia does not allow women to drive because of the fear that female drivers would leave their houses more than they should. Like, that's just terrible.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they would interact with men who weren't related. And according to a Saudi cleric, damage their ovaries and pelvises, which could lead to children with birth defects. That's all. Nope, that's not it. But that's still pretty messed
Very
up.
good.
Saudi Arabia, I don't know. Maybe we have people who are there.
It had to have been like years ago though. Like,
I don't know. Like, I don't know much about Saudi Arabia, but they live pretty old prehistoric times still, eh?
Yeah.
So back in the 1920s, people feared that automobiles made teenagers less religious and encouraged them to have sex, commit crimes, and disobey their parents. College lecturers also feared that the automobiles distracted students from learning and gave girls unlimited freedom, leading them to consequently drop out of school. This fear was so real that by 1927, 17 of the top top 35, 17 out of 35, sorry, of the top U.S. colleges banned students from bringing cars to school.
Wow.
So that's almost half of them.
This is in the States too,
Yeah.
right? Like in
1927.
20s.
So the fear of people having sex in cars was extremely real. Research revealed that unmarried youths frequently engaged in such encounters in vehicles instead of the common practice of meeting at a girl's house or in a more public place. In fact, it was found that half of the girls who had been having sex in the 1950s had been doing so in cars.
Wow.
Automakers probably knew this, and advertising often links cars to courtship. Henry Ford, for example, allegedly went as far as reducing the seat length in the Ford Model T to discourage people from having sex in it. What happened? He failed. Many of the other fears about cars were unjustified and unnecessary. Even the sex fear was grossly overblown, since people had been having sex in horse-drawn carriages long before the inventions of cars.
People have been having sex everywhere.
If it's not going to be in cars, they're going to be doing it on the streets.
Yeah, you can
Doing
pull,
the theater,
pull them in a
like-
toboggan. You're gonna be having
Yeah.
sex in a toboggan. Like, it doesn't matter.
I mean, going down a hill on a crazy carpet.
Cavemen, while they're bashing in a lizard's head, who's probably hammering his wife. Like, it's just like it's never gonna stop. Like,
No, it's
yeah,
never
the cars making people have more
the
sex.
Cars,
Like,
the cars ruining our youth.
But everybody,
You know who ruined our youth? Terrorists.
but everybody has like a car sex.
You know who ruined our youth? Terrorists.
Oh God.
America, right?
Yeah, America. You know what? Yeah. Right? This last one is another really funny one too, because it's something that we can't live without now.
Yeah.
But people in the past were actually afraid of electricity. I mean,
Electricity.
rightly so, because when something's new and you don't know much about it, you're going to be scared of it.
Oh yeah.
And people in the past didn't just fear electricity because of its ability to electrocute and kill you. They also feared it for several other reasons, including its perceived ability to cause and interestingly cure diseases.
Yeah.
And the undesirable results of frequent exposure to X-rays by X-ray operators compounded people's fear of electricity, even though they're different.
Yeah.
Where am I here? The early fears associated with electricity might have even been the reason that many U.S. citizens did not initially electrify their homes. This is debatable, however, as cost and logistic problems could have been responsible.
It's true.
But it was believed to be both the cause and cure of a disease known as neurasthenia. Coined by George Wierd in 1869, the disease was supposedly caused by the use of electrical devices. So some made-up thing. Like telephones, telegraphs, because there wasn't much electrical devices back then.
Yeah, totally.
He explained that their continued use sped up people's lives and made them older than their actual age.
Oh my God.
It also made them tired and weak.
That's why I'm so tired and weak and feel old. I'm
Now-
actually 14 years old.
Yeah, so nowadays people would die at like 2.
Yeah.
The disease was quite common among members of the upper class who saw it as fashionable since it was proof that they could afford the luxuries of the modern world.
Oh, yeah.
It soon spread to members of the lower class and was quite common until it disappeared in 1930, thank God. Somehow though, electricity was indeed the cure for neurasthenia, as an afflicted person was cured by the application of shocking the hell out of them. Electric shock,
Electric shock. Yeah, that would be
There's
it.
lots of stories and pictures and like terrifying
Oh, yeah.
videos back in the day when they used to, cure you by shocking you. If you made one little comment that just was, outside of the box, it's shock them.
Yeah.
Fry their brain because they're obviously going crazy. Like demons.
Demons in their brains. How to shock it out of them. So yeah, anyway, let us know down below what you think of the episode. Maybe you know some cool fears, or maybe you actually have a fear of one of these things. If you do, then we just completely made fun of you.
Afraid of something.
Maybe, but if you're afraid of something else, or maybe, let us know down below. We'd like to hear from you.
Yep, like and share the video, please, because everybody wants to watch it.
Sharing is really important, yes. Please don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing is really important to us, because if you subscribe, it'll get daily updates Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. Central Time, clicking on this sun right here.
Yeah.
We'll do it really quick for you.
Sure. And go to our website, www.uptillnoon.com, www.uptillnoon.com. Quick access to our social media and pictures of merch and other information about us. Also #UTN merch.
Yes, merch. What do we got? We've got lots. We've got mugs, as you may have seen me drinking out of this can. We got Can Cozy. It's really nice and cozy, if you know what I mean. Got shirts right here. Got calendars. Very nice calendars. We also have, let me move my mug. We've got posters.
Come on, who doesn't want that hanging?
It's got our faces on it, man.
Even especially in the bedroom, on the ceiling.
On the ceiling. Look at us while you sleep.
I think you're supposed to like that.
So yes, we got lots of merch for you guys. Like Cory said, you can see it on our website. And of course, if you are interested in any of the merch, just please email us at contact@uptillnoon.com, and we'll tell you the price and how to get them, and we'll get them to ya. So that being said, guys,
thanks for staying up till noon.
Oh, he's recording.
Yeah, he's cute. Oh. Hey everyone, wasn't that a great episode? Click above me to see our previous video.
If you're binge watching and want to check out the next one, click right up here.
Check us out on all of social media's finest platforms such as Facebook,
Twitter,
Instagram,
our Google Plus, and our Snapchat username is UpTillNoon.
Visit our website above,
UpTillNoon.com.
We'll take you to where you want to go for all our social media links.
Yeah!